There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV.
Good people, yes now, blessed now, it's Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. My people, I just listened to Perverse, Recollections of a Necromangler. Oh, I should be as tired as I am. By Waking the Cadaver. It was good, okay? So, to get I'm not going to recap my earlier experiences with this band, because I put it out there on the first song or two of our listen through, which should be on this channel at this point if you want to check out my history with MySpace deathcore adjacent scene kid music, or you know, extreme brutal music from the mid 2000s. I was a bit of a scene kid. I've got no shame in saying that. It was part of the culture I was involved with, and I'm very proud to say that, because I got sort of first dibs on these bands. Waking the Cadaver, Annotations of an Autopsy, Job for a Cowboy, Chelsea Grin, Suicide Silence, well, All Shall Perish, so on and so forth. I sort of came into finding myself in extreme music during that period, and this band was one of the bands at the forefront due to the extremity of the vocal. Blood Splattered Satisfaction and Chase Through the Woods in particular were doing the rounds as far as YouTube and LimeWire was concerned. And with me making that list, it makes me think of another band called Dr. Acula that were known for their vocals. There's a lot of Bree vocals, which we don't really go into here at Waking the Cadaver. More so extreme, like brutal death vocals. But as far as the music is concerned, you do hear a sign of the times. It's not pure, unfiltered slam music. There's a little bit of hardcore in there, and there's a little bit of deathcore in there, or what was, you know, sort of the flavour of the times, which I find absolutely incredible. There's a great blend in this record. A good revisit to them classic songs, Chase Through the Woods and Blood Splattered Satisfaction, which I enjoyed. 11 tracks. 2 of them sort of being filler. We had an intro track and an interlude, so let's call it 9 tracks of music. I think it was more than enough. They could have done 8, to be honest. It became quite a powerful audio experience by the end of it. A little bit repetitive, maybe, for me. The fast bits, the noisy bits, definitely showing great respect to the extreme bands that came before, with the gravity blasts and the high intensity blast beats and the nonsensical guitar parts, like Last Days of Humanity I referenced, especially with that tinny snare just ringing off and kicking into them slams. A sign of the time was the bass drops, the 808 modules, boom, boom, very good. There's not enough of that nowadays in the music community I participate in, but in the 2000s they were definitely very cool, and definitely something I want to bring back. I want to hear more of them, because I find it quite exciting personally. Very good. The whole point of this band is the vocal, let's be fair. I mean, instrumentally, the band's extreme, brutal, catchy, groovy, talented to an extent, but it's the ridiculous, chirping, Terminator cricket, heinous killing vocals, which is the entire selling point. I like it when he goes into the death metal-esque vocal as well. The death metal vocals are fantastic. And if I was to rate this record, younger me would say otherwise. Me now, 5.5 to 6 out of 10, maybe. When I was listening to this record, I thought, wow, imagine if a band in the local community came out with something that sounded like this right now, with a new brand, with a fresh new start, involved in hardcore adjacent music, how would that go down? And it would definitely be superb. I think the people would really like it and respond well to it, and use it as an excuse to dance very ignorantly, which I'm a very big fan of. I like that. I like that. I like. I mean, I'm knocking on a little bit now. It's not what I used to be, but when I first started getting into hardcore music and so forth, the excitement and the adrenaline rush I experienced when people were being violent, dancing violently at the very least, and interacting with the crowd in such a fashion, it scared but pulled me in. I thought it was fantastic, and a band like this would have been very effective if they were placed within that crowd in this modern day and age. I know they still do play shows, and they do play shows with some like slammy, beatdown, hardcore crossover sort of bills, which is definitely fantastic. But I mean, if this was like a local band starting up with a record like this, it'd be absolutely mind-boggling. And that's about it. I listened to it for novelty value, and it was novelty value I received. If I was to listen to this record without prior understanding or history with the act, I don't know if I would separate it much from any other like slamming band, some slamming brutal death band. But without further ado, that's my final comments. I'm going to sign out. I'll see you on the flip side.